Chapter 1. It was horrifying what I saw. I couldn't see it clearly, but from what I could make of the iridescent way it was in the light, it was a body clad in saddles that were black as the night that enveloped the day. I couldn't forget that body, even if I wanted to. How did this happen? I do not know. I do not know who or what did this, and I'm still stuck in the void that I might be next. Ever since my mom passed away, it's been hard for me and my dad to cope with the loss. But that's when this monster began to manifest in my home. Even my dad was scared for his life. I could see it in his blood-soaking eyes that looked as if he was going to murder me, and that he was definitely afraid. This monster began as an apparition of my mother, Alta. But then, after a couple of days in a family house, things got worse, as if they didn't already. It didn't help that I had a fear of death, or more likely a personification of death itself, that would occasionally go into my bed and gawk at me. But me and my dad are the only ones who could see these things. I remember what my dad said to me when he said these monsters so could try and kill us. Julian, he said, began with me. These monsters, these things are haunting us. What are we going to do? He said my name was Julian, and I don't know what to say to them. I was too scared to even comprehend what was going on. It was like I was paralyzed and felt like something was choking me. Whatever was going on, I couldn't go back. Now I'm fighting and living tells a parent of my life and free children. My wife, Yami, had no idea what was going on in the house. Yet, I think it's what it says Japan has some nasty spirits, but and until everything spirits from my past, that body, and you get a lot more terror and paranormal stuff in the home. I could even say that the devil appeared in our bedroom one night and said, "Julian, you are not worthy of heaven." But then, after that, he disappeared into hell like a fiery mist that would never stop. After that, Yami believed me. Now, we are on us every time. But that's only the beginning. Our eldest child, Hassan, sounds something like that from 300 BC. I will never forget that. He was several the time when I had to protect him. And so that's what I did. But I had this feeling that he would come back to the house. A second child, Charles Daniel, had this feeling as well and was too an encounter with a monster bike. This time from the 1600s. But because he inherited my feelings, since he was 7 at the time, he knew how to protect himself and said to me that I saw a monster. That's why I knew these were ordinary monsters. And actually was similar to back when I lived in the United States. It couldn't be a coincidence. My younger child, Kate Molly, my daughter, same time, same grim reaper, she was 3 years old. I want to know what would come next at this point. All I know right now is what's going on. What's going to happen. This is continue. And then one day, my wife, Yami, said to me, "Julian, what are we going to do? Don't forgive that." Or that my dad said to me back in the United States. And I told my Yami, I don't know what we're facing. Because I think wherever we go, we can't get away from these monsters. I find it deep concern. They would honestly be well, and these monsters are terrifying things for my family. Yami, Hassan, Saul, Daniel, and even my daughter, his Molly. I really don't know what to do. But I have a place to go and I need to because these monsters and that is really go more often. The dogs by the way in my house does. I built the webs on these monsters. But when I went there, it was mysteriously closed. Like whatever was keeping me out was doing it on purpose with malice and disdain. I went down to go tell Yami about what's happening. My dog Viper was sitting here about. But when I went to her, something was wrong. She was possessed. But why Yami? I think I know who or what possessed her. It was the devil, Antichrist, a B666 from hell. I told the devil to get out and stop possessing my wife, Yami. And suddenly he told me if his echoing booming voice, Julian, you were to discover a monster under your bed, rather in your house. He posted and I said, Satan, stop possessing my wife. And I said a very confident voice, Julian, fine. But this is not over. Goodbye. For now. And just like that, the devil or Satan went back to hell, and when he was out of Yami collapsed on the ground. And I watched to her side, and then she awoke and asked what happened. And of course, being the steadfast and devoted husband I am, I told her Satan possessed you. Why you? I don't know. Yami replied, I don't know either. And this is strange because we were in Japan, most of the devil wants me to go to hell. I said, don't worry about that right now. And when I told Yami to go to bed, suddenly I heard footsteps like thunder on my house. Boom, 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 boom. The footsteps are getting ever so closer to me. And when the monster appeared, I was paralyzed, frozen, petrified even. My heart stopped when I saw it was the same monster from when I was living back in the United States. His eyes glowed with demon red and black irises. His skin gray and yellow, and his feet on that of a human. Well, more of that of a Japanese demon. And then I realized that it was respecting me. The demon went by the name of Amelio Koi. The Amelio Koya. Before he could get a word with me, he dissipated into the class spectral darkness. Every time I rebound, this happens here in Japan. Lies so thicker, like glass that shadows when or if this happens. I from then onwards would be fighting for my life as if I was like back with my dad in the United States. But family voice gets me even now when they aim me. But Yami was as scared as I was. Her face of pieces or pale as a void. And it feels, I do feel that way. As even I felt pale because of the effect of both of us, like a parasite on a human, well, or even a great white shark. And this just made me speechless, as if I lost my voice from sinking in a falsetto screams of the decades of horrors. I and the Yami can't leave our house because there's of these monsters, demons in our house that won't go away. When I hear my dad and my head, I think three what are you going to do? But that was the most dangerous. But what was the most dangerous thing in our house is that of the yoke kind which has no name. The Amelio Koi was the least of all, always around 3 and 4 p.m. 4 a.m. I felt a cold soul of wind around me in the army as if trying to tell something. But this breeze doesn't feel malevolent. It feels like my mother also. My mind, the army, feels itself breeze itself. The sun tells Daniel Roy can feel this, but not as often as the army and I. But the Grim Reaper still appears from time to time, but little did I know I didn't realize the Grim Reaper was trying to help at the time, as it was the harbinger of life and death. Its skeletal face, its heard sight, everything about it at the moment seemed scary because I had a fear of a Grim Reaper. Yami did so too, but that's so too where she was screaming her lungs out on fire. Like I was afraid of the Amarillo boy. I guess you could call it justifiable, but even still, we almost didn't sell out. It seemed like I was a 1,000 squeezes a day. It's just every time I see something supernatural, I feel trapped like in a cable labyrinth with no exit. This couldn't be farther from my own truth, but this and beyond my spectral planes. A ghost could be a demon that ain't good enough. A human could become a serial killer, okay, and I don't even want even that to happen to me. I just want to be free of these Japanese demons that haunt me, like the echoes of so long ago of the Japanese Edo period. Finally, the demons decided to take a break was to go to get food. But that's the only time they allowed us out of the house. What's that? And me and the army and a Japanese demon including the Amarillo boy closed the door after we got inside. The door sounded like the portal beginning to open or it was closing loudly in the lap. The army decided to take a nap in the bedroom, hoping not got attacked by the women, and I went to meditate beside her. But that's when suddenly, like a creak from the wind to the window, my mother's axles there appeared out of nowhere. My mom told me that the demons were the ones that killed her, and also told me that the very body of Howard was hers, and that the demons masqueraded as her to help me and my dad. But that she told me after the burial, they went back to their girl's house. That was the revelation that I wasn't expecting. Then suddenly my mother disappeared and disappeared into the wind of 1,000 leagues of specters. I could see something in the distance. A savage figure stared at me like a stalker that knows no bounds. It came closer to the house, stepping closer and closer, ever so slowly an ominous walk. But that's when I realized, and my heart stopped when I knew it was Dad who came to Japan. Apparently my mother went to talk to my dad about getting to Japan to embrace and comfort me. At the time I didn't realize that I was too tall. My wife Yami was really her father-in-law and my dad. It was like time itself had stopped at the moment, but here and now. When Dad saw me, he said my name Joey, and I can never forget that. Even though I had a long Japanese demon that had to stay around my dad, and window closed as quick as a whisper, and it was. The implications of either demons haunt me is something I might figure out, and just maybe the reason that is. My dad, me, and Yami sat down, and we caught up about what we were doing. I felt the sense of someone stalking me still, along with that feeling, and also felt like the hypnotizing sound that seemed to only affect my wife, Yami. It looked like she was in a trance. Me, myself, and Dad were terrified. We didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was, and Yami didn't tell me when we wasn't on the first stage that she was successful to touch. When me and my dad followed the Yami outside, there was a person or demon. It was unclear. Going the Yami, possibly to her death. I was scared. So I went to protect and found out that it was a Kuchisei Kuna, a set malformation from the Japanese Edo period. I told her to stop putting the Yami in a trance. And then finally she stopped. The Yami went and got into my arms with wet and concern. I know that whatever came away was going to be targeting my family. I hate my family to be like this, scared and afraid. I don't even know what this was about. Was this a curse? A burden? It even feels annoying like a dog too. But I have even more pressing matters to worry about. Yami was unconscious again. I have to deal with the Japanese demon, so there's no my house. I am not sure what to do if this happens again. Ayami told me that she doesn't remember anything that happened. But beautiful, almost sounds like music that sounded like a lullaby as he's describing it. And I remember that Ayami does fall asleep from lullabies. But as to why or how could the sick one in the Ayami is unknown to me as a life of this house. It was very something like haunted by Japanese demons. It was like a sense, like how you were being a sense for meditation or hypnosis. Oh, whatever reason, something inside me wants everything to be normal. But in my mind, he knows that the Japanese demons will not be face success. It actively scares and shocks me. Just thinking about it. These things, these monsters and demons, could and should not be trifled with, other than however bad I want to call right now. If it was to what it is now, I just don't think this would be possible. But deep down it feels like the feeling that I'll carry for the rest of my life. These demons, these Japanese demons are not nice to me, my life. Ayami and like he doesn't insult family on hate quality. It also us both day and night as a during on purpose to us like inside science fireside. It just makes my family unable to fight them off. I remember there's one time when I was meditating, I was in such a good mood for because Ayami someone sees one that reacting in front of me. And my dad decided to come in something entered with them. From what I can make of it, which isn't alone from it being clad his house. Was the black and white demon looking thing, like how a sitting zombie was after picking up a death note. But this one was different. Whoever went blood the way of the walls, red eyes were turning glass into demon eyes, and even timber bulbs into bats. This was the first time I ever seen anything like this, at least when encounters with Japanese demons were being considered when it comes to us. We actively never seen this type of demon before. But when it dissipated into the walls, everything just went back to normal. This was even weirder for me, Ayami, my children, and my dad. The emerald courier was suddenly in our bedroom again, but this time, this encounter with him was different because he was scared of this demon. I had no words, my mouth dried up as it swelled, my blood rushing through my veins, and excitement and fear. It was a perplexing encounter because of all these emotions I should be doing right now. I never felt these many emotions at one time in my life before. The entirety of the Emerald Courier encounter was, as I mentioned, strange. But then he retracted back into the doctor, telling us to watch out for the demon unknown, or demon known as only as the demon unknown. The demon unknown is the demon that was behind that. I can't believe I didn't realize that. What is a demon unknown, and why was the Emerald Courier or Amuriokoi scared of it? I honestly think that's what scares me most right now. It was crazy. I think the most appropriate way to say this is to imagine an angel that transforms into a demon of hell. It would go from being heavenly to being demonic. That's the best way that I can describe this one right now. But the Amuriokoi is still a threat. And after those encounters, everything settled down. Demon after and they were thinking that we were being bombarded with demon after demon, like a person being pressured to do something they don't want to do. If we don't have time to react, then what are we to not be prepared for something for us? It was clear that everything that came for us so far was demons. But what would be next? So, it will be next to impossible to predict. So when that was enough, I happened to stumble upon a book that had a black cover like gold, and looked like it came out of the 1750s. When I went to open it, I realized that this came out of the 1750s. Apparently, this book I had discovered was published by an unknown person saying copyright 1755. I realized that this was published in the United States. It had this ominous feeling. It was like something was watching me. And it wasn't that he was sitting there with an army on the floor, but something sinister. I never failed it till now. Could this be a demon unknown, a devil, or could it take Guna? I don't have any answers right now. But I want to because I'm scared for my life. I don't want to have my family taken away from me, like a good survival scientist, but when I feel helpless, I will normally meditate. Right now I'm trying to feel for horrified for my life in my family's lives. All the time, my wife didn't let me tell one so my family has been scared for all life. That's what person nature, I guess. I guess it's also probably because human nature at this point. I seriously need some help getting myself and my family back together. Our minds are back together when we need to. And if you need to know what this means, it means my family needs to comprehend our lives and help to make the best of it. And all of us are skilled and testify for our lives. So my life is being chosen, and I don't think it's so deep, but it is. I never needed to feel like this because I have a dark Bible in the house. But because that was closed in a book from 1755, only talks about the demons that I already knew about. It was a dead end. I never greatly had dead ends before. I was always in a great mindset, but this time, it seemed like I wasn't. So as it was, I was about to give up when something gave me hope. My mother altered those. I never realized that she would help me from this. I got my mind back together. I went to Dad and my wife beyond me. I told him that there was no time to waste. But even though we still feel power to own as a family,